What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about what's ending as far as the Festival of Champions, NBA 2K25 MyTEAM tomorrow, and what that means for you guys. Now, as we do dive into this thing, if you are new to the channel, have not yet, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button. I really do appreciate all of the recent support. Now, a lot of these timers still do say 11 days, but here's the important thing. Some of these packs are only available for 1 day, and I'll talk about why that is important here in a little bit. But I think I've already claimed the Legend Badge all the time, but I think the Legend Badge is only going to be available for 1 more day, so get him if you want to. But a lot of these things are going to expire. Now, as far as the players, they stay, so similar to the Summer Festival, all of the players are still going to be there, but everything else is going to be gone. So if you want any of these top dogs, make sure you're where you need to be. So, for example, let's say you've locked in, I'm just going to say locked in, I don't know, 25 out of 30 Dark Matters for SETI. Make sure you finish it, right? Make sure you finish it before tomorrow. But the more important thing is make sure you get done whatever challenges you want within this festival before it does ultimately expire come tomorrow. Now, again, I haven't really grinded a ton of these things. I just don't think it's necessarily worth it for me because I'm not really going for anything. The only thing I do is quick sell them, and I've got plenty of things to quick sell anyways. But this is another thing that if you've, got, let's say like this, 3 out of 4 towards one of them, now you got to do is win 3 multiplayer using 3 champions players. Could take you like 20 minutes to do. Probably, honestly, is worth me taking the time to do. It's just the fact that I really don't want to go through and do it. And it's the same thing here. If you've almost got any of these things done, I would take the time to do it. So, for example, 35 rebounds and blocks with Kings players over multiple games, 1 away from getting that done. Again, I could easily get that thing done. It is not, it's not difficult at all. Now, again, these things are available still for 11 days. So, like, if you're like me and like to do, like, the MT method, I wouldn't really panic because you still have time, right? Like, I've been slowly working through getting the extra MT out of the, festival, out of the, Festival of Champions, out of the Summer Festival. And it does take me a while to do. Would I panic and make sure I get all of that done today? Or if I'm not going to get it done, make sure I use all the cards? No, because you still do have some time to go through and exchange these things. But it is something that's important to notice. You only got 11 days to do it. And like for me, the Summer Festival has been over for what, 2 weeks now? And I still haven't necessarily went through and downgraded all these diamonds. So if you are planning on getting some MT out of this event, I would at least start to work through that. It is going to take you a while to do, but I would definitely start to work through that. Now, since today is Thursday, remember tomorrow, the Showdown does reset. So, for example, if you grind Showdown, try to get to those 7 wins, get that extra MT. For me, I don't really do it anymore, but I would try to do that if I were you guys. But with the festival ending, mostly, primarily like the coaches, primarily, some of those other things. Those are the things that I would look at, at obtaining because, again, you don't, and when I say you want to make sure you're where you need to be, for example, for a Cedric Maxwell. Like if you've locked in, let's say 27 so far, and you just need a few more cards, that's where you want to be able to still have the time to go grind for the cards needed to get that card that you ultimately are close to getting. Now, again, it's not a one-size-fits-all with this situation. Some people probably don't even care that the event is ending because, like I've mentioned, they're just going to try to, get the extra MT anyways. And if that's you, that's fine. I'm not hating on you if that's you because, again, that's kind of where I'm at with this thing. And I'm not super worried about grinding all of those challenges anyway. But some people are, right? Some people have stayed up to date with all of the challenges that they've released and are going to definitely continue to do that. So if that's you, make sure you get all the challenges that you want done because at the end of the day, it is free MT. Like, even if you go through and look at all of those challenges that they've released for all of these festival cards, it is basically free MT or free event cards that you guys can go through and obtain. And like I said for myself, I got a bunch of Legend Badges. I got Cedric Maxwell from the event, who I absolutely love. I didn't think I would love him, but I ended up loving him. And so those are the things that I would try to do. For this event, kind of if you've missed out on kind of what this event is, what I recommend. I like Cedric Maxwell. I like the Legend Badges. I like the 10 box too. So if you haven't, locked in for the 10 box, I would probably, try to get that as well. But after that, again, downgrade to these diamonds and make that extra MT. It doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but like you've seen, you know, in my recent days, the MT has just skyrocketed for no reason other than the fact of I'm just working through the Festival of Champions, you know, exchange. Now, one other thing I do want to hit on, and I'll go through and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. The double MT event. You guys need to know and realize it's only going to be there for a week. And so as you are grinding, if you're grinding these challenges out, make sure you're getting the double MT stuff as well. The single player, then multiplayer. You kind of got to balance it, right? You got to play some single player, then multiplayer, unlock that next tier. Play single player, multiplayer, unlock that next tier. Because if you do that while grinding out the festival event, while, you know, grinding out, you know, whether you're level 40 or whatever you're trying to get, like for me, I still am trying to reach level 40, you're going to notice your squad really get better. So I'll go through, quick sell all of these things, and then we'll go talk about exactly what I'm seeing. So for me, right, obviously, again, making this MT definitely is worth it for me. You're seeing that MT absolutely skyrocket. But for me, this is kind of the way that I would approach things. So, for example, double MT, right? I'm on stage 2. Multiplayer is mostly done. Single player double ways to do. So I would go in, grind, you know, one more triple threat park game, but then grind all these single player challenges out, right? Whatever I'm trying to get done, try to get done. You know, if I do have to go into, you know, any multiplayer games, use the 3 championship players, grind that out, because you're going to get MT for grinding these things out. Plus, you're going to add MT to your ultimate collection, you know, by doing that double MT stuff. So again, it is something that I don't hate at all. I actually think it's worth it. And even for these challenges right here, a lot of these things are easy. A lot of things you can do in Breakout. Like, you know, and at the end of it, you're going to get a 7 trophies event card. Guess what? You can do this in Breakout. 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 All of these things you can do in Breakout. The only multiplayer thing you really got to do is winning a game using 3 Lakers players or more. So if you really haven't been grinding these things out, it is something that I probably would end up recommending you guys to do, because at the end of the day, it's free MT. And I know these players, you know, you can't end up selling, but again, you know, it is basically free MT at the end of it. Now for me, main reason I'm not grinding it is because I've still got a lot of catch up to play. And when I say that, I've still got a lot of these things to go through and exchange. Like as far as the Festival of Champions, I've just got too much going on, right? Like I got 2 invincible cards. I've just got way too much going on. I still got a GOAT card to go and exchange. So I still got a lot to go on. Even with this summer festival, I've still got a lot to go through and exchange. So I'm kind of behind the 8 ball when it comes down to exchanging things. It's kind of why I'm not grinding this out a ton, just wanting, because I don't really want to add more things to my collection. I'm sorry. It's just not something I want to do. And even with the single player stuff, guys, if you want to go through, if you think it's going to be an invincible Shay at the end of this thing, it could be worth your time to start, you know, the playoffs grinds as well. And again, match that with some online stuff and you're going to notice your MT absolutely skyrocket. So yes, the event does end tomorrow, but the main thing that's going to end are these Festival of Champion challenges. This is the only thing that I'd really worry about. Unless you have, you know, like I've mentioned, locked in halfway through one of these cards and need those extra cards to you know, need those extra cards to finish it off. That's really where I'd maybe hit the panic button just slightly. But as far as me, not super worried about it. At the end of the day, you know, if you want to, you can go through and get, you know, some of these cards. But to me, MT is the most worth it. And I know I've said that before and I'll say it again, but MT is the most worth it. I don't mind Robert Ory. Like some of these cards actually are solid. I don't mind the 10 box, but after those couple of things, there's just nothing really that's worth it in my opinion. So for me, I'm going to go through, continue the exchange, continue to try to make some extra MT. If you're wondering why, look, Invincibles are still really expensive in this game. I'd love Invincible Wemby. Obviously, he's ridiculously high in price. I'd love Invincible Giannis. Obviously, he's ridiculously high in price. So I've eventually got to scale my way up there, and I'm slowly getting there. But again, it is taking me a little while to do. So that's just kind of where I'm at. But for you guys, definitely would take the time. If you have been kind of staying up to date on this, we have a lot of challenges, and it might not seem like a lot, but let's just go to this 7 trophies card, right? Because I want to end you guys with this. Like, 7 trophies isn't going to seem like it's that big of a deal, but I want you guys to realize 7 trophies is literally an invincible event card, right? I haven't talked about it a ton, but that's literally an invincible event card that is worth what? 50,000 MT if you grind this thing, get this thing? Like, that is worth a lot. So even if this, guys, 50 to 75,000 MT. So even for this, right? If you have the time and you've, already exchanged a lot, I would go and grind this one out. Like, again, it's not going to take you a lot of time to do. And you're looking at free MT for doing this. So that's just kind of one thing that I would recommend you guys doing if you aren't going to grind the rest of these things. But even these 6 trophy things, that's worth a decent amount of MT. So I do strongly advise you guys to grind these things out. Doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, but like this, I'm going to get a 5 trophy card, plus I'm going to get a 6 trophy card. So it is something I probably will end up doing, is going into multiplayer, using the 3 champions players. Might even be showdown, salary cap, whatever it is, and getting that done. That's going to wrap it up. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.